Hello, everybody. My name is Jabron Rogers, and I'm here to talk about my research paper today. For my research paper, the topic that I chose to write about was about the discrimination in healthcare, but during the time of the 2020 COVID-19 pandemic. Now, we all know in the healthcare system, there's always been some kind of discrimination that takes place. But during the time of the COVID-19 pandemic, we were able to really look at and expose and dig deep into a few topics. We were able to figure out where the discrimination took place and who the discrimination took place against. Now, the discrimination took place against a lot of people. So people of color, people of different religions, people that had mental health issues, people that had pre-existing medical conditions that didn't get the help that they needed, or weren't the first pick, and also people that lived in poverty that didn't have the necessities that we all take for granted. Those were the people that were discriminated against, and many more. That's what I talk about in this paper. Now, the reason why I chose to write about this topic, well, first off, COVID-19 relates directly to my field that I'll be going into. I'll be going into the respiratory field, so why not start with COVID-19? I also do come from a background where I have family members, and also myself, I've worked with people who would be on in my paper that I write about, people that have been discriminated against. My family and I work with people that have come from poverty areas, people that have mental health issues, people that struggle with addiction. Those are all the people that I write about in this paper. And also, as an African-American man, it is my duty to learn as much as I can about these topics so I can be an advocate for it if I ever need to be, and ever if the time takes place where I need to step up and make that change. For how this relates to my code of ethics, it relates directly to my code of ethics because discrimination, it shouldn't be a thing. As a healthcare provider, you should be making sure that all of your patients, no matter the socioeconomic status they hold, no matter the race, no matter the religion, no matter what medical issues they have or mental health issues they go through, you should be giving them the same care from patient to patient. You should be making sure that you are doing everything in your power to make sure that you are giving them the best service, the best care possible. That's how that fits into my code of ethics. I wrote about 5 ethical issues that I saw that were compromised during the 2020 COVID pandemic. Number 1 was beneficence. Beneficence was compromised because people didn't do well by everybody. They discriminated against people in poverty, people of color, so that did not do well for everybody. So they violated and compromised their beneficence. Number 2 was justice. There's no justice in discrimination. Certain people got treatment before other people. There's no justice in that. Certain people got resources before other people and different care, different priorities for different people. There's no justice in that. The other one that I wrote about was autonomy. They took away the right for people to be outside without a mask. They mandated you wear a mask. They mandated the quarantine that you stay inside. And they also mandated vaccines. The next thing that I wrote about in this paper was veracity. For veracity, it's all about the false information that was provided for people, and also the discrimination of providing information to certain communities faster than the others. That was a compromised issue during the pandemic as well. For the final issue that I have written in my paper, we go to non-maleficence, the no harm. The idea of keeping people inside, I understand, was meant to keep people safe, but people didn't have the right help for people that had mental health issues or pre-existing medical conditions. People were inside losing their minds and doing damage to their mental health. So you really didn't keep people fully safe like you were meant to do. So that was another issue. Now, what did I learn from researching this topic? The main thing that stuck with me that I learned while researching this topic would be simply that it goes a lot deeper than in healthcare system with discrimination. It goes a lot deeper than just basic discrimination on color and religion. It also goes on social economic status. It also goes on so many different things that I didn't realize before. It also made me learn that it is now my duty to make sure that I'm able to remain constantly learning about these situations so that I can make my stand and also step up and be another advocate for everybody in the healthcare community to make sure that everybody gets the help that they need. Now, in terms of questions that I have to ask you guys, for question number 1, have you ever been in a situation where you have experienced any healthcare discrimination towards you, towards family members, or anybody that you may know? And question number 2 that you can answer, that'll be a great one for you, and answer this one in detail. What would you do if you in your workplace just experienced a patient or anybody being discriminated against in healthcare systems? What would you do? How would you handle that situation? Well, that was my topic on the discrimination in healthcare system during the COVID-19 pandemic. I hope that you guys were able to learn something from it and at least pick up a little bit on anything. And I also hope that during your healthcare journey, wherever you may go, that you will be an advocate against the discrimination in healthcare or just discrimination in general. I hope you guys enjoyed the presentation, and that's all that I have for you.